Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. President Goodluck Jonathan forwards 4 ministerial nominees for Senate approval. One of them is the former Kano State Governor, Ibrahim Shekarau. Niger State government dislodges 200 Islamists in a secret camp, calls them potential Boko Haram members. Tribunal in Oka gives verdict on Anambra governorship dispute, declares Willie Obiano the validly elected governor of the state. The number of deaths from Ebola virus rises to 208 in Guinea. All our top stories can be found on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. And do visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. You can also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. Now, here are some of the pictures you sent in as our eyewitness reporters. We begin in Lagos with this picture of a train accident at Ido. Our eyewitness reporter says the crash was due to brake failure. The report also says one person died, but the driver is receiving treatment. Another picture from Lagos shows Marwa Road in Ijegun area of Satellite Town. Our eyewitness reporter says the deplorable state of this access road makes it impossible for residents, particularly school children, to go about their regular activities, and pleads for immediate intervention by the government. And finally, from Abia is this image of a road in Agbama Housing Estate, Umuahia. It's been turned into a refuse dump site. Well, thank you for sending in your pictures. Please keep them coming. Now, 18 years after Mrs. Kudirat Abiola, wife of Chief MKO Abiola, was assassinated, members of her family still believe that justice has not been served on her killers. At a rally and wreath laying to mark the 18th anniversary of her demise in Lagos, her daughter, Mrs. Hafsat Abiola Costello, who is also the president of the Kudirat Initiative for Democracy, told Channels Television that her mother's killers were only freed based on what she calls a long trial. The rally was attended by members of the Campaign for Democracy and Women Arise.
I do not believe that justice has been done by my mother. Our killers have been let free. They were not even sentenced for the crime. So essentially, they served time while they were waiting for the trial to be concluded, which they also delayed with their different motions. But they were never condemned for the crime that they committed. And in terms of what values I believe that Nigerians need to continue to imbibe today, I think that we need to be ready to meet hopes for Nigeria with action. It's not enough to hope. We've been hoping for so long and the country seems not to be doing better. What Nigeria needs are Nigerian citizens that will stand up for Nigeria, will march for Nigeria, will speak up for Nigeria, will defend Nigeria's interests. You know, not people who are necessarily partisan, but who are ready to build Nigeria, build the country that we need.
The Lagos State government today approved about 2 billion naira to mobilize contractors to build more housing estates in the state. Governor Babatunde Fashola, who made this known at the fourth draw of the Lagos Home Ownership Mortgage Scheme, says this is to hasten construction work to turn out more houses. Already the fourth draw saw 92 people emerging as winners of a home in the various housing schemes.
Governor Babatunde Fashola walks into the crowd to witness the latest draw of the Lagos Home Ownership Mortgage Scheme. It is the fourth time and the number of prospective owners are expected to rise.
For each monthly draw, the Lagos Mortgage Board will make available 200 homes, including carryovers from previous draws.
With the rate at which residents are applying for the homes, Governor Fashola wants the contractors to speed up their work.
Just this week, we have approved and released about 2 billion naira to mobilize fresh contractors to new estates. I want to appeal to our contractors. They have done well so far, but I still think that there is some fuel in the tank. They can give us more in terms of speed.
But there are no persons happier than these people in the crowd who have just won a home.
A very long time, my senior sister has been helping me, assisting me to get federal owned because I work with a federal parastater. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it. So this one, if I say, it was a shock. It's a transparent thing. I want to encourage other residents of Lagos State to also partake in this. It is indeed a real thing. I'm so happy.
This month's draw may be over, but the Lagos State government says applicants still have another opportunity to be a homeowner, as another draw holds for next month and more houses are being built to accommodate more residents.
Meanwhile, the Federal Executive Council has approved a loan facility to the tune of $200 million from the International Development Association for the Lagos State government. Briefing State House correspondents after the council meeting, the Minister of Information, Mr. Labaran Maku, explained that the approval follows a memo from the Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who explained that the loan is in support of the second Lagos State Development Policy operation. The Council also approved the commissioning of consultancy services for shore protection, the rehabilitation of Escravos breakwaters, and greenfield port development in Delta State for the Nigerian Ports Authority.
The Federal Executive Council came with 3 major development issues as they gathered for the week. The loan facility for which the federal government is a guarantor to the Lagos State government. The $200 million is the second tranche of the $600 million IDA facility which the Lagos State government is using for development purposes.
That loan was approved in 2010, and in 2011, Lagos State was granted $200 million.
Next is the consultancy services for the shore protection and rehabilitation of Escravos breakwaters and greenfield port development at Igidimbe, Delta State. The Federal Executive Council members may be worried about the sanitation condition of the Federal Capital Territory, hence the approval of the operation, training and maintenance of staff of the Wupa Basin sewage treatment plant, which will cost over 2 billion naira.
We have restructured the contract in such a manner that definitely by the end of 2014 our staff would have been able to imbibe the culture. They would have been well taught on how to do it, and then we'll be able to do it, and then we don't have to be procuring any private sector to do it.
Waste management problems may soon be a thing of the past if the training is followed through. For now, observers say Abuja and indeed other big cities in the country are yet to get the grips on waste management issues. Chukwuma Onrekuse, Channels Television News.
The Governor of Kwara State, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has commissioned 2 remodeled general hospitals in Offa and Omuaro local government areas of the state. The Governor is optimistic that the location of these hospitals and the quality of improvement will help to facilitate access to affordable and qualitative health care in the state. The recent demolition of properties belonging to suspected kidnappers in Anambra State has been hailed by many as a step in the right direction in the fight against crime. However, there is still a lot to be done in the state with regard to tackling unemployment, which is a factor that encourages delinquent behavior. Our community report tonight examines the security situation in communities in Anambra State and what steps are being taken to combat crime.
Now, you talking.
For any society to thrive, there must be a large degree of equity, as this will ensure its citizens remain peaceful and content. But when this does not happen, as with the case of these 3 communities in Anambra State, then trouble sets in. Okuzu Junction, a popular motor park where travelers converge to engage in trade. Ogbunike, Ogidi and Upo communities, popularly known for petty trading activities and farming. All three, bustling with economic activities, are facing security challenges where armed robbery and kidnappings have taken prominence due to increasing unemployment issues, making life unbearable for the citizens. But with every battle, there must be the will to win, and the state government has stepped up efforts to contend with the criminal activities that has laid siege on the communities.
We would want to show the people that the men have a very high spirit. We are determined. And that we want them to give us information anywhere within the state. We are prepared, we have resolved to fight the crime, and we are prepared to move to any location.
And this intensified effort is beginning to record success with the arrest of about 250 criminals and 47 kidnappers. The government has also demolished criminal hideouts, a move applauded by the citizenry.
Everywhere is camped. If you go to this junction, the Navy who he sent here, they have been doing a nice job.
But for the problem to remain under control, proactive steps must be taken by the authorities.
If you look at all the process of the policies that we're doing, we're all going towards generating more jobs for the Anambra. We are succeeding at the early stages in putting in place structures that will enable that to come.
Peace is characterized by the lack of violence and the freedom from fear of violence.
What is difficult in Nigeria now is that of Boko Haram. If they can settle that one, that is bothering the mind of all Nigerians.
And any government that aims for development must ensure its citizens are well taken care of.
Still ahead on the news at 10, new CBN governor to unveil his agenda for the Apex Bank. That's on Business News. Please join us again.